Hello, and welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy, and this is episode 48 of Tea Tuesday. I can't believe that. We're almost at 52 episodes of Tea Tuesday. Definitely something to celebrate. Let's go ahead and go make our tea. And then we'll come back and we'll chat and spill the tea on everything that's been going on in the last week in my life. All right, well, let's make our tea. Today, we're going to use this teapot again because it's just so pretty. And, well, I decided that I wanted to do some coconut mint. I chose a decaf tea on purpose. It's already late in the day for me, and I do not need to be having any caffeine. But this tea also matches my teacup or my teapot, as well as my teacup. This is going to be my Royal Albert Miranda Kerr collection. And this one is called Blessings. So let's get our tea started. We're gonna have a little treat today as well. All right, it's been a busy day to say the least, but we do have our beautiful tea, which we'll have a sip in just a moment. Again, it's Harney's and Sons Coconut Mint. It is caffeine free. It's considered a children's tea because there's no sugar or caffeine in it, which is awesome. And it's got lemongrass, ginger root, peppermint, or lemongrass, ginger root, spearmint, coconut pieces, fennel, coconut flavor, and vanilla flavor. So yummy, delicious, and the tin is super, super cute. And then we're gonna have a little treat as we chat, because I made all these little treats yesterday. If you haven't seen the Keto Chow Chocolates video, go watch it. You're gonna wanna make these. These things are amazing. My favorite, ironically enough, are the ones with browned butter. So good. But I love butter, and I'm one of those weird people who I can just eat a tablespoon of butter if I want, like I'm craving something and I want something, or I just feel like I need a little something. A tablespoon of butter will satisfy me. So I think that's why I like them. Next favorite comes the ones with the beef tallow, followed by coconut oil. But none of them are bad, and you can use any variety of keto chow that you want, which is fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and give our tea a try. Chef's kiss. This is exactly what I was wanting today because it is like almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I have been on the go all day getting stuff done. And ironically enough, I've only left the house once, but still getting stuff done. And this is light and slightly fruity-ish and slightly minty, which is fantastic. All right. Well, let's go over health goals from the last week and how I did and what I'm planning to do this coming week. Well, last week and for many weeks, I've been talking about stress. Well, my stress levels, ironically enough, are down this week, mostly because I hit a wall, I guess is the best way to put it. It's not a literal wall. It's just I hit a wall. I had pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and my body said, that's enough, down you go. And I didn't go to work this weekend because I had zero energy. Like I could not function. That's how bad my energy levels was. That's how overwhelmed my body was with stress. So I slept all weekend long, and I read some of my book. I did a little bit of homework, but I slept a lot, which ironically enough is what I needed to do. I needed just to like focus on that. So yeah, that part of adjusting stress levels went better, showing me that I really needed to put that as a priority. And I am. I was doing things in smaller steps to get there, but my body said not fast enough. And that's okay. I took the warning. I totally could have pushed through and met all my requirements and all that kind of things. But I was developing really bad headaches and things like that. And bad brain fog too. It was really bad. That was not probably all stress. If I'm being honest, some of that is definitely the perimenopause symptoms that have come flinging themselves at me out of pretty much nowhere within the past 2 or 3 months. So I am now dealing with that, which I also think throws everything else with my health journey out of whack. So now I'm refocusing and things like that. It's not a problem. It happens. This is life. This is what occurs in life. So yeah, I've been dealing with hot flashes and brain fog, and I will tell you, I can't imagine where I would be in this journey if I didn't have the food component pretty much dialed in. Am I perfect? No. Will I ever be perfect? No, let's be honest. I will never be perfect. But I have dialed in on my food, and I am focusing on proper nutrition. And I think that really helps lessen the symptoms. I think they'd be a ton worse. What I also wanted to work on this week was daily intentional movement. That didn't happen in the entirety of daily intentional movement. Now, what did happen and what did I succeed at? I did 3 days of movements last week. 3 days, which is better than 0 days, which I was at. When we went to Hollywood Studios and things like that last week, that was a very big day. Very big day. I paid for it. The next day, I was definitely tired. That was definitely more than what I was used to, and also showed me that I need to build back up towards that. And then, so I took the next day and I rested. And then I did a basic strength training routine, which was fabulous. I really want to do another one tonight. I don't know if I'll get to it, but we'll see. I've already got my movement in for the day. And then I did a day of some somatic type yoga, which has also been great for stress reducing, except trying to do yoga when Ghost is not in his kennel. He likes to, when I'm sitting here calmly and with my eyes closed, focusing on my breathing, there's a nose right there in my face. Or he's just, if it's not touching me, he's right in my face. And I know that he is in my face. Downward dog, he's trying to get under my arm, into my face to give me kisses. So if you have an Australian Shepherd, don't do yoga with him. He thought it was fantastic. He loved it. It had the opposite effect of not being as relaxing as I wanted it to be. And that's fine. I learned next time he will go to bed. So I'm very happy that I got 3 days. And on the other days, except for towards the weekend, but on most of the other days, I was intentionally thinking about where could I put in exercise? How can I put in exercise? What are my exercise goals? So I was thinking about it, and that's where the intentional part came in. I was very intentional about my thoughts about exercise all week, so that is a major win. And what I did discover is strength is important to me, but what's the most important to me is mobility and flexibility, because I want to be able to move my body. Sorry, I just dribbled tea, and there's a feature of that teapot that I don't really care for. I don't like the way the lid fits, because when I'm pouring, it's coming out the lid. But that's besides the point. Anyway, I want to work on mobility and flexibility. And I don't know if you've seen him, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I want to say it's David or something like that. And his tagline is Stay Flexy. He's talking about how he's not a bodybuilder, but he's extremely strong. And he's very flexible. And he has a lot of mobility and strength in his joints. And I was like, that is what I want. That is what I want to accomplish. So I did do this week, I did a foot mobility drill, and that was fantastic. I should probably do another one today because it's been a couple of days. Yoga is going to help with the flexibility and the movement piece. So is working on squats and lunges and planks, and push-ups. Hopefully I will do some of that tonight. I hope. If not, it's getting done tomorrow. I would like to get back into regular walking. I just don't know how to put that piece in with my current schedule. But what is most important is I am moving in some sort. Even if it's only 10, 15 minutes a day, it's better than zero. And I'm going to call that a win. And I will continue to revisit and refocus and get better as my schedule lessens. Other part, sleep. I still was really good with consistent sleep, going to bed at 9 o'clock, waking up at 6 o'clock. Went well. There was 2 nights that I made it in bed by 9:30. Only 2 nights. Every other night I was either in bed well before 9 o'clock or right around 9 o'clock. Most days I got up at 6 o'clock. There was only one day that I didn't get up at 6 o'clock. I did take naps, but today I did turn off my alarm. I was still feeling very, very tired, and I turned off my alarm and went back to bed and slept for another hour and a half. One thing I have noticed is the perimenopausal symptoms are affecting my sleep. I am having a harder time falling asleep, and I'm having a harder time staying asleep, mostly because I'm waking up hot and I'm having like a hot flash. And it's really weird because we set the house at night. It was 65. We're adjusting it now to 68. But there's times where I am just sleeping and I have no blankets on and it's 65 in the house and I'm sweating and I'm hot. So that kept me up. So that is affecting my sleep. And it was really cool because today my Oura Ring gave me my ideal bedtime, because it does track these things and it tracks your energy levels and things like that. I don't know how it does it, but it does it. But it told me that my ideal bedtime is like between 8:30 and 9:30. I'm like, I am spot on target with that. And it does tell me that I am a morning person, which I knew. I could also easily stay up all day. I'm just a person who doesn't always like to shut off. As a kid, I couldn't shut my brain off, and I still can't. So unless I'm very, very tired. I do need to eat those before they get too melty. That's the one downside of these chocolates. The coconut oil get very soft very, very quickly here in Florida because it's coconut oil. They have a lower melt point. The butter and the beef tallow hold better. But I'll talk more about that in a little bit. So yeah, my goal this week, consistent sleep. Consistent sleep still. Gonna keep on working on that because that's what I really need to be working on. I have started a new supplement, and there is another supplement that I want to add. I just haven't ordered it yet. But I added to my morning cup of tea with my keto brains, I have added some berberine drops. And it's got berberine and it's got saline, cinnamon, and things like that. It is for blood sugar support. And I chose to add it because berberine, all the stuff that I've learned about it says it is like a natural metformin. I know, just based on some symptoms that I've had, that my blood sugar was not as well regulated as I wanted it to be. And it wasn't as well regulated, not because of what I was eating. It is because of all the stress and the pressure that I'm under. I was waking up in the middle of the night hungry. I was waking up first thing in the morning hungry, like ravenously hungry, which is a sign that blood sugar is typically not well controlled. With that said, I am not a medical professional. That is not considered medical advice. This is my own personal experience and what I've learned for my body. So I know if I'm waking up starving on a consistent basis. If it's a one-off, it usually means I didn't eat enough before. But if it's happening daily, it usually means that my blood sugar is off and it's not as well balanced as I would like it to be. And stress plays a huge role in so many functions in your body, and blood sugar is one of them. So I did add the berberine, and I've had it 3 or 4 days now, and it's helping. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night hungry. I'm not waking up first thing in the morning starving. I am eating less again. I was noticing I was getting hungry more often, which was also just a sign to me that blood sugar was not as well controlled as I thought. And it wasn't about not eating enough per se. I was just hungry. I was just hungry more often. So it has helped with those hunger hormones and turning those down. So now I'm back to feeling when I eat a good meal, and I do eat a good meal, I am feeling satiated. I'm not feeling like I need a snack. Technically, I don't even need the snack that's on my plate right now. I just kind of mentally want it to go with my tea. It's a nice little break and a little treat, and they're in the kitchen and they're delicious. And I have to do a cooking video tonight, so I needed a little bit of something just to like tide me over. I've had breakfast today and I'm not hungry per se, but I'm getting hungry, and it's going to be a while before I can do dinner too. So I just kind of need something to like get me over that hump. And that's where the little bit of fats that are in these is going to play a role for me. And then it's just a nice treat too to enjoy with my tea. All right, let's do the other coconut oil one, because I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it, but it's already starting to melt. Okay. So work has been good. I didn't do a whole lot of it this week, but work has been good. We had a couple days where we got through everything and we were having a little bit more downtime. And I do mean a little bit more downtime, which was wonderful. School is going very well. I got an opportunity from the school that I took advantage of. It does mean I'm spending more money, and it does mean that I am going to be working on additional certifications, but I don't have any time frame for those. Well, there's a couple that I have time frames for. But anyway, they offered me an all access pass, which means I have access to every program they have. I have access to every program they will create. It's basically like I have a lifetime subscription, which is pretty cool because there are some phenomenal classes in there. Some I'm going to take, most I'm going to take just for my own personal knowledge. I'll take some of the skills that I learn in there and apply it to my coaching. But let's face it, I'm going to do all the exercise ones. I am not going to be an exercise coach. Will we talk about exercise? Will we address exercise? Will we go over some exercise goals? Yes, but I am not going to be an exercise coach. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. That is not my passion. Yeah, that is not my passion. But with that being said, I am narrowing down my quote unquote niche. And it goes back to my original mission statement, the one that I didn't change. But my niche client is basically going to be me. It's going to be women who are in their 40s and 50s dealing with perimenopause and menopause symptoms and weight that doesn't want to come off. Women who are chronic dieters and don't know how to eat, struggling to figure out what is okay to eat. That it's okay to eat is a big, huge thing. So I know that that's going to be my niche, and it's because that's where my experience lies. That's kind of like my journey, and that gives me the experience because I've been in their shoes. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't help other people. And I will. I'm pretty sure I will, because I really kind of want to get an actual job as a health coach. Want to run my own business too. But for me, health coaching is a career. It is not a side hustle. It's not a hobby. It's not just something I enjoy doing on the side to supplement my income. Running my own business to start will kind of sort of be in that realm. But it's not, I would love to be full-time health coaching by myself. That I know is going to take a while. But if I could find a health coaching job, or I can find a way to connect with others and offer health coaching, go into a company, some sort of way to get me working as a health coach, that would be ideal. Which is the other reason why I want to work on my national board certification, because in order to work for someone else, I have to have it. But yes, I'm super excited about learning new things. I have started the keto certification class. I could probably finish it, but I have other things that are more important. Like I have to finish other courses. And this weekend I wanted to do some homework, and I was at the point where all my I couldn't advance more because I had to wait for things to open up or things to be graded. So I couldn't do homework. So I started on it. I'm like, you know what? I have access to it. I'm in the mood to study. Let's go ahead and start this specialized certification course. Not that I needed it, because I was reading the material and I pretty much know most of the things, because I've been keto now for almost 3 years. So that makes perfect sense. But again, that's one of those certifications where I'm just kind of doing it just because I have access to it. I don't think that with my coaching, I'm going to promote a particular diet / lifestyle. It's definitely going to be proper human diet spectrum. And that is kind of how I'm viewing myself. I exist in a proper human diet spectrum. Tends to be more keto. I will tell you, the past couple of weeks, I've been going over that 20 carbs with vegetables. I don't care. I'm eating more vegetables, and that is what my body is telling me I want. That is what I'm loving. That is what is making me feel fabulous. So I'm still on that proper human diet spectrum. I'm just not at 20 carbs most days. I'm probably within that range of 20 to 50, which is where they say you can exist in keto. So I probably am still there. I don't really care. It's a label, and I am trying not to label myself with things. It is hard when you're trying to promote information about healthy lifestyles. There is just a time where you just do have to use some labels. So it is what it is, and I can't change that. But yeah, very excited with how that is going. Spending a lot of time thinking about my health coaching business. Like, I think that I have a name, and I'm coming up with 2 names. And I think I have them figured out, because what I plan to do is create an LLC. And then the coaching and the YouTube channel, because I am getting ever closer to monetization, will be under the LLC. The YouTube channel is not going to change. Not really. It's going to be here. It's my hobby. It's my passion. It's my platform. Hopefully it will help draw in people that can be clients. So one shift that is happening, and I haven't been super consistent with it, and I need to get better, but nerves and anxiety and fear are playing a role. But I need to start talking more about health topics. So there's going to be more videos about that. I did one today. You'll see it after this one, probably the next day. I'm wearing the same shirt. Just going to tell you. I planned to change, and I don't have the energy for it. So I'm in the same shirt. I'm filming a cooking video tonight, and I'm going to tell you, it won't be out this week. So it'll be okay, and you'll have forgotten that I'm in the same shirt, because I will be in the same shirt tonight, and it is what it is, and I'm no apologies for it. I have a limited wardrobe anyway, and I have limited days and times where I can get stuff done. And today is really the first day where I've had more energy to get stuff done. So I'm getting stuff done. Okay, knitting. And then we'll talk about books. So knitting is going well. I didn't get as much time as I wanted to with it. Let me grab a chocolate. All right. So I am at the bottom of the sweater. I have about 1 inch left of ribbing to do. And then I get to move on to the sleeves. So I'm really hoping by the end of March, I will have the sweater done. It is pretty much the only knitting. It is the only knitting project I've worked on. It's fine. It's the only one I have the attention span for right now. The only one I have time for. But yes, so knitting is going very well. I need to order my dye soon, and I need to order my buttons soon. I don't want to order buttons until I've finished the ribbing, because I think I need to add 1 more buttonhole. Yeah, I'm really close to having to add in another row or 2. I should need to add another buttonhole, and I want to make sure I have enough buttons. So there is knitting, and I guess I can kind of try it on. And of course it needs to be blocked, and I can't fully try it on because the needle is not actually long enough for that. But yeah, you can get a little idea that it's gonna fit perfectly from just this little bit that you can see. Yeah, so very happy with that. Books. I know. I also set a goal to not buy any books this last week. I failed. I need to work better at buying less books and I have a list of books that I want. I need to go through my list and go, which ones are coming out that I have to have when they come out this year. So that will help. All right. I didn't grab my personal development book. I haven't touched it in several days. What I have done is I have gotten some reading done in here, in our book club book for the month of March. I cannot wait to read it. It's getting so good. I love this. It has 5-star elements in it. I'm only 100 pages in. It's almost 400 pages. It's too soon to tell if it will be a 5-star book. I have a feeling it will definitely be a 4-star book, but so very good. Yeah, I will be doing Zoom. I'll sign up for that. We're going to do our monthly meeting on Zoom, and sometime this week, because it is almost the middle of the month, I'm going to go through and I'm going to find some books, and I will have you guys vote on those books. So, yep, that one's going well. Next, I'm just going to show these 3 real quick. These are more personal development books. First one I got, and I got this one because it's a good guide. Not so much that I need the information, but I can use the information that's in here to create a 21 or 30-day program for future coaching business. So I bought it because it's recommended in the coaching program to use as a guide to do a 21-day program. So I bought it so that I could use it as a guide to create my own 21-day program. So yes, I got 21-day total body transformation. And there's a lot of helpful information in here. There's like worksheets and things like that. So it will give me a whole lot of ideas, and I'll be able to go through it and just like, what information do I want? How do I want to put this information together in a way that works for me and what I think my future clients will need? Then, because I still want to work on Tai Chi, I bought a Tai Chi book. I haven't even looked at it. Oh yeah, it's very basically breaking it down. I don't know when I will get back to it, but there, I have a little pocket book to work on. Maybe I'll do it in April. I don't know. I'm not going to stress about it. Then I was listening to a coaching podcast and heard a talk by Dr. Libby Wilson, and she's a functional medicine doctor, and I really identified with her and the whole functional medicine. She's talking about adrenal health and things like that, which I also probably struggle with, if we're being honest, with burnout and exhaustion and all that kind of stuff. It's probably an issue for me. Would love to get it tested, not getting them tested because I just don't have the money right now, which is fine. But anyway, she had a book, and I knew it was one I wanted to get and read. It says, The Path of Intention, 5 Habits to Optimize Your Health and Create a Life You Love. And right there, that title is my whole reason for wanting to be a health coach. It's a path of intention. It's making the choices. It's about optimizing your health. It's about creating a life that you love. So, yep, very much sold on that title. Okay, now, fun books. I think one of her books is going to go in next month's. Do I have it readily available? I don't know that I do. I do. Okay. I think this is book 1. Let me make sure. Well, I have book 5. I have book 1 and I have book 2. So clearly I need to work on books 3 and 4. But that's okay. Anyway, I bought this one because it just came out. I think it's in this series. Did I even just miss the whole series? Actually, this is in a different series. It's the last book in a different series. So I've just totally goobered that all up, but that's okay. There's only 2 other books in this one. So I'm not in a huge rush. I'm not in a huge rush. It can go on a when I have time list. But anyway, I think this will be one of the book selections for April because everybody keeps talking about her and I really want to try one of her books. So I'm definitely going to pull this one out to put on our list. Sorry, Hope. I think you've already read this one, but that's okay. Okay. And then I'll pick like 3 or 4 more books and then we'll go from there. Anyway, I bought this one because everybody loves her stuff and I have a feeling that I'm really going to love it. And I really thought it was the next book in the series. I just was not well intentioned on that, but that's all right. Then this is one of my daughters, my oldest daughter's favorite authors. And I have one of her series. She does a lot of YA. And I haven't read any yet. But I have the Shadowhunter series by Cassandra Clare. Or actually, it's not the Shadowhunter. This is the Infernal Devices collection of 3 books. They are YA. But I need to start them. She recommended them to me. She says that I would love them. I hope so. I don't do a lot of YA, mostly because I'm much older than that generation and they feel icky to me. But yeah. Anyway, she came out with an adult book. And it's a romantasy. And it's an arranged marriage and forbidden passion. And a prophecy realized. A glittering world of debauchery and secrets. A sinister plot to bring it all crashing down. Welcome back to Castleline. And this is Cassandra Clare. And it's the Rag Picker King. Ooh, wow, that's a really pretty book. Underneath the cover. I think this is book 1. Or it's a standalone. Actually, it is not. It is book 2. So clearly, I need to add some books to my list. But I really do want to read this one soon. So I will probably get book 1 soonish. I just was all kinds of gobbled up on it. But that's okay. I can correct that. It's just books. Then this book came out and I had book 1 in paperback form. Do I have it in reach? I do not have it in reach, but it's okay. Anyway, it came out. It's book 2 in a duology. This one is called Emberclaw. And as you can see, it is a special edition with sprayed edges and it's purple and it's fantastic. And I loved it. So I knew that I had book 1 and I was going to want book 2. So I got the special edition. Went to Barnes & Noble to pick it up and realized they had a matching special edition of book 1. I can't have special edition book 2 if there's a special edition book 1. So I bought both. So yeah. And this is got a romance in it as well. It's just kind of a plain cover, but that's all right. But yeah, so I'm very, very excited to have these. These are both with dragons, and I love dragons. And that's pretty much going to be the books. I don't know if there's anything on my list this week. I think my goal is to buy less books. I am not allowing myself any more purchased personal development books at this time. I can make my wish list as long as I want, and I will make my wish list as long as I want. But I need to start working through the ones that I've got because I want to read all the ones that I'm getting, and then I'm not reading the ones that I've already got. So I need to do better. One other thing that I want to talk about, and it literally just hit me that I should do this. I am so close to getting to monetization with this channel. If you have any realm in YouTube, you know that they kind of offer two levels. The first one is you have to have 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. And then you can do stuff like super chats and memberships and stuff like that. I am 24 watch hours short of that program right now. I am also really, really close to the second level, if you really think about it. Second level is you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. I am at just under 700 subscribers. So we are going to start getting ready to do a giveaway. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to take and I'm going to give a very, in my opinion, very nice gift prize, so to speak. This will be open to US people. More details will come as we get towards 1,000. But if in the meantime, if you could share and you can like and you subscribe and things like that with people that you think would enjoy my content, it'd be greatly appreciated. A couple weeks ago, I mentioned that my teapot died. It ended up not being the teapot. It ended up being the outlet, which I suspected from the beginning, sorta. We've had issues with the outlet. It did get replaced. But anyway, I did kind of sort of think that it was the teapot because when I plugged it into another outlet, it still didn't work. However, the bad outlet took out the outlets on the wall. So that is why it didn't work in the other plug. But anyway, I ordered a teapot. And I haven't returned it because I couldn't make up my mind if I wanted to return it or not. And it's been sitting in the box. I did open the box. You can tell that I opened the box. But everything in here is brand new, never been used. And I was looking at it today and I went, 1,000 member giveaway. So I'm going to start collecting some other things to go with it, but we will definitely be doing a giveaway for this. Just for the record, this tea kettle is $80. So and I'm going to put other things into this giveaway to make it super, super nice for whoever wins it. It will be open to those in the continental US because of laws and things like that. Now, if you are a Canadian friend and you have a US PO box, I will gladly send it to you as well. Okay, well, I have rambled on long enough and I need to get the rest of my day started. And for the record, I came in with 6 pieces of chocolate. I only got 1 left. Well, I had 1 left. I'm going to go ahead and eat it now. All right. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that every time I share my health journey, what I'm learning, how I'm growing, and how I'm moving, and of course, what I am reading, you will be alerted to it. Have a wonderful and joyful day. Bye for now.